Taylor Swift did not want the world to see this. Someone inside Madison Square Garden pulled out a phone anyway. And what they filmed ended up in the Daily Mail within hours. It was not supposed to leak. It was not supposed to exist. It was not supposed to happen at all. Not with 200 NYPD officers standing guard. And a venue chosen specifically, because it functions like a security fortress. Fans are calling it the most secretive wedding of the year. And now, it is not secret anymore. Here is what you need to know before we get into the footage. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce did not just get married. They built a $50 million production with 1,000 guests. And they thought they had sealed every exit. No drones. No outside cameras. A stadium built for 60,000 people. Locked down tight enough that even the venue's usual no phone policy got extra reinforcement. This is a couple worth a combined $2.2 billion. Two of the most photographed people on the planet. And they still believed they could pull off total privacy. That is the story here. Not just a wedding, but the lengths two megastars will go to protect 4 hours of their lives from everyone else. And it almost worked. Let us build the picture first. The bride walked down a stage, like aisle in a custom white Christian Dior gown, flanked reportedly by Travis's nieces, while a string quartet played an instrumental version of Love Story. Not a random pick. That is the song they danced to in Vegas the night Travis won Super Bowl 58. Her bouquet was pink sweet pea flowers, tossed by the sister of one of Travis's teammates. No bridal party. Just Jason Kelce standing in as best man, and Taylor's brother Austin as her man of honor. It sounds intimate. It sounds controlled. And on paper, it was. Right up until the guest list started leaking piece by piece. And the internet realized who did not make the cut. Now here is where it gets interesting. The vows. Both of them wrote their own. Reportedly speaking for 20 minutes each, reading from gold booklets. Taylor apparently sang parts of hers. And according to one attendee, it was not the bride who broke down crying. It was Travis, reportedly overcome when he promised to protect her forever. Ask yourself why that detail is the one being repeated by every insider. In an industry where every gesture is calculated for a headline. A groom crying harder than his pop star wife is the kind of story that either happened exactly as told, or was leaked. Because it plays perfectly into the narrative the two of them have built for 3 years running. Then there is the officiant, Adam Sandler, not a family friend from years back. A name that reportedly was not even the biggest Swiftie in his own house until his daughters made him one. So why him? Sources say it was mutual, but Travis pushed hard for Sandler specifically, because of how he balances humor with heart. Sandler reportedly performed an original song for the Newlyweds too. That is not a small ask. That is a favor two of the biggest names in entertainment called in. And it tells you something about who actually holds influence in this friend group. Now, the guest list. This is where the real tension lies. 1,000 people, and every single name tells its own story about loyalty in Hollywood right now. Brad Pitt showed up with his girlfriend. Tom Hanks came for the Toy Story connection. Taylor's new song reportedly landing on that soundtrack. Tom Cruise, who once traded friendship bracelets with Taylor at the Eras Tour, was there. Hugh Grant, who once called Travis an excellent, if gigantic, boyfriend, made the cut. Even Nikki Glaser did. A woman who once publicly criticized Taylor, then spent close to 6 figures attending 22 of her shows before landing an invite. That is not a guest list. That is a map of exactly who fought their way back into Taylor Swift's inner circle, and who never will. Because here is who was not there. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Taylor's former best friend, notably absent. Spotted instead at her daughter's horse show upstate, while the biggest wedding of the year happened without her. And this is where an old interview starts hitting different. Months before the wedding, Taylor told Graham Norton that the only stressful weddings are small ones. The ones where you have to sit down and evaluate every relationship. Decide who makes the cut. She said she was not going to do that. Then she did exactly that. And the fallout landed on one of the most publicized friendships in pop culture history. The performances pushed this from wedding to spectacle. Paul McCartney reportedly sang "I Want to Hold Your Hand Live" for guests. A song he had not performed in 62 years. Stevie Nicks also took the stage. Two of the most legendary voices in music history, performing at a private ceremony, while 200 police officers stood outside making sure none of it reached the public. Except it did. Because somebody in that room decided the world deserved to see what was happening behind the trees and the draped fabric and the chapel. Like altar rising up out of the floor. That is what the leaked footage actually shows. Not paparazzi shots from outside. An inside view. Emerald greenery. A forest-like transformation reportedly styled after the visuals from Taylor's Cardigan video. A hallway lined with never-before-seen engagement photos. And one image showing the couple with a white puppy. That fans now believe was Travis's secret gift from Taylor. Someone recorded all of it and sent it straight to a tabloid. Inside a venue that had been locked down specifically to prevent this exact outcome. Ask yourself who benefits from that leak. Not the couple. Not the guests, who were reportedly warned off gifts entirely. In favor of the couple donating $26 million combined to charities they handpicked themselves. So here is where it sits. A wedding built to be unreachable. Untouchable, even. Inside a stadium-turned-fortress, with a guest list mapping every alliance in Hollywood, and country music, and the NFL, all at once. A ceremony that leaked anyway, piece by piece, until the public saw exactly what a $50 million wedding designed for total secrecy actually looks like from the inside. Nobody has confirmed who filmed it. Nobody has confirmed why. And with a guest list this large, that list of possible leakers is not getting any shorter. When you are worth $2 billion combined, is real privacy even possible anymore? Or is every secret wedding just a countdown until someone inside decides to sell the footage? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this one, subscribe to Celebzova. We are just getting started.